Numpty.
Thanks.
Yes, Chris.
Fine role in life, yes.
When do you have to present this?
Do you remember right at the start I mentioned timescales?
Obviously not.
You weren't listening, were you? That's up to you. We finish when you finish. As long as obviously it's finished before the end of the module, that's the only parameter I'm going to give you. So
because this is to help
we'll
us
just keep going until you're finished and you're ready to present it.
and this is to help us with the 1,500 word essay, isn't it?
No, this is in place of the 1,500 word essay.
Is it?
Happy face, go on, happy face.
Is it really?
Go on, smile. Yeah.
If perhaps, like if in our lessons that we do, perhaps like say I film within my lesson an initial assessment, and then Chris could then go on to his lesson and actually film his students and do perhaps a formative assessment, and then Ryan could go on to his lesson and film his learners and do another different forms of assessment. Can we do it that way and film it and present that to the rest of the class?
You can. I have no problem with you doing that.
Yeah, and it's you know real examples of these different forms of assessment, and then we could perhaps do a little. Well, it would be within.
And this is different forms of assessment in different subject areas.
Yeah.
In our individual subject.
Could that be confusing?
Well, it does say assessment within own subject areas and develop action plans here. So I was just thinking it's covering all of our subject areas, but we're still working together to put it together.
Okay, so you would do sort of initial, you would do formative, you would do summative, and you would copy and paste.
Yes. I would have the evening off, I thought.
Do you think it's making it hard work?
No, I don't think it's making it hard work, and it's very difficult for me to tell you what to do, because I'm desperately trying not to tell you what to do. I'd like you to consider the audience and whether they would find it easier to watch you all carrying out, say, an informal form of formative assessment in different subject areas, so that there's more of a base level to compare against. I'm not saying do that, I'm saying consider the pros and cons of the four of you doing four different stages of assessment, or the four of you doing the same stage of assessment but in four subject areas. Neither are right, neither are wrong, consider both options before you make a decision, okay? But as for your idea as it stands, is a good one, go for it.
Is it possible to borrow that camera? Or how do we get the camera resources?
Do you know anyone with a camera like this?
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
Well, you.
Oh, there you go, there's your answer. Yes, of course you can.
And do all the computers in the college have Movie Maker on it, or is that specific to your PC?
It's not specific to my PC. You'd need to find out who else has it, and you need to maybe do a little search and see if you can download it onto your machine. Okay.
You look like I'm crying.
I'm glad my students are happy.
We're considering either doing one long movie of about probably 10 minutes. Would be maximum.
Okay.
And it's whether we stop it and start it. I think I actually have answered my own question.
I think what you need to do is think about what you would like if you were watching the film. What would you prefer?
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah, I think stop it. And I think it gives us a chance to re-explain what we've just spoken about in the video. If it's not very clear, we can then evaluate and expand on it.
Or you could do that as video if we're editing it and we get quite good at the editing. You can do these sort of like short snippets and edit that in and have it still as one complete video.
This one, you need to demonstrate your understanding analysis of. Are we taking a theory and analysing that with a principle and the application of full and informal assessments, or are we splitting them up? So we are demonstrating our understanding of a range of theories, we're demonstrating our understanding of principles, and we're demonstrating our understanding of the application of full and informal assessment. Or is it up to us how we...
I think the way to look at this is to think what would work best for you, and if you were on the receiving end of this, how would you like to have this explained to you in a way that made sense? and agree on that format. I am a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a duvet.
Well, I'm happy to go with
I reckon the one where you
if we're going to split them each down.
and then once we've done it, if we want to do something just to put it together, we can do it at the end.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think I prefer to be able to understand how I apply those to each other, rather than just have them separate because then I don't know how to work it.
So we do break them down first of all, and then when we've done it, we'll sit and go through them, and then maybe we'll do something to link.
To link them and which ones you might use in which situation.
Do like a table or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that all right? So we do that then.
Party Saturday night.
So what we're that's essentially okay. What we're talking about at the end, we were just discussing then as a group that Anne Gravel's sort of opinion quotation on each assessment was okay. It's enough to go on and judge our opinions on, but to make it maybe that bit more interesting towards the end as we come together.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll find one assessment method that we all sort of use and agree with. We're going to try and look for someone else who has got an opinion upon that assessment.
Yeah.
Try and maybe pick something apart to try and find a different side slant of it
Yeah.
to get a better sort of appreciation of it, or to find the holes in it maybe. Again, we'll tie it up at the end. Once we've got, I think videoing it will be a really good idea. I think in a casual sense and taking minutes as a meeting. And that seems to be the consensus as a way forward at the moment. To get
Sounds like it'll work. Did you come any closer to working out how you were going to collaborate together
Yes, we did.
on one
What
document?
we're going to do, because Mike might not be able to get onto documents that we can get onto. He's going to email his current document as it is to me tonight, hopefully. And I'll set up a document tomorrow that myself, Sarah and Imogen can get onto in our own time that we can sort of work on
Okay.
together. And I think that would be the best way. If it all fails, we can put it onto Moodle and work on a Moodle scenario. But hopefully that'll get done tomorrow.
We're allocating the last half of each session to this. Yeah.
Have a scenario for like a job every week, and I did a job interview with them. They had to prepare for the job with the questions I wanted to direct them, and they loved it. They thought it was brilliant. It was time consuming for me because I had to sit there with them, video all the evidence. But at the end of the day, it was a practical experience for them. We were college going into finding jobs because it was an interview, and at the same time, they loved it because they went sat on a big computer doing exactly what they did every single day. And they did a lot better because
Oh, we're Tuesday, aren't we? Sorry.
they're
quite excited about that.
Let's do it then.
right
Definitely break up that week. You're in on that week. You're in on that last one.
Putting it onto a bit of paper becomes a problem in and of itself, whereas when they develop in their careers, it's that practical aspect.
as I was interviewing them, if they were close to
Okay, well that's
certain topic, I could ask them a question. And because I've asked
Look,
them
I'm filming you now. Just.
door to discuss
Hour session.
feedback I had was brilliant. They loved it. I haven't done this yet because my timetable's busier, so I haven't got the time.
It's the opportunities that, as you said before, it's given them the opportunity to do that, and you said about challenging some of them, and I think that's very true. You know, and it's kind of how we can, you know, sort of give them the chance to realise themselves that they can overcome those challenges. Isn't that really?
And when you create an experience for people, and they have that hands-on experience, you actually then create a memory that is different to the reading just a bit of written text and trying to get that into your noodle. It's a different thing.
Most students are doing 18 units, 3 or 4 assignments per unit.
Yeah.
You imagine how many same assignments
Exactly.
have reports.
How many assignments are they going to have to write when they're
That's the last week.
That's it.
And how often will they pull that lovely, well-produced assignment out when they're at work to say to them, oh, refer to no. Because where their knowledge is when they're in a practical situation is somewhere else, and they just need to know where to get it when they need it at that point in time.
And I'm fine with the majority of my sports students, they prefer to have something hands-on.
Yeah.
Some of them are really good at writing their assignments. But at the end of the day, in general, sports students are more practical based, so it's fine when they're actually doing things practically.
And in any industry, problem solving is somebody that's going to be most beneficial to any industry, construction, in sports, anything. You've got somebody that can solve a problem. You've got a valuable resource there.
I better not stop.
No, so we've got brilliant ideas there.
I love Google Docs.